Hey, 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 hey. Every time I walk through the door, I always say hello. Every time I walk through the door, I always say hello. When I walk in the room, all eyes on me. People think they know me cause they saw me on TV. They waiting and speaking and looking at me. They can't wait to get a selfie. I hadn't seen some since 9th grade mathematics, standing in line for my autograph. I love my people and they love me cause they heard me on the radio and saw me on the TV. Bling, bling and the cha-ching. Hey, 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 hey. Welcome to the Jacoby de Bouvier Show. I'm so excited to introduce my first guest. He's a multi-Black Man Rock Image Award winner for being the best male model. His name is Luke. Welcome, Luke.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you having me on here.
You're quite welcome. So tell us, how long have you been in the modeling industry?
So I've been in there now for about 5 years. Started in 2014.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember your first show?
My very first show was a bridal show. I started, actually, my very first gig was a calendar, working with Jay and Ron Cook. Did their
I remember that.
heart was, so it was for the breast cancer awareness, was my very first kind of platform. And then from there, I tried out for a few different things, and I got a bridal show as my very first event.
So I had the opportunity of casting him in for a fashion show. Shortly after that, I loved working with him. He was the first one there. He was prepared. He took directions very well, enough that he won a Black Man Rock Image Award for being the best male model. So tell us, what was it like to win the first award?
Well, first of all, let me just say thank you for kind of bringing that platform here to Hampton Roads. A lot of times I see things for, Black women and things like that, but you rarely see things for the Black man. So again, thank you for that. Ultimately, I was honored to win it. As you say, anything that I do, as a father, I tell my kids, regardless of what it is, do your best at it because it'll open up other doors. So I want to make sure if I do something, I'm giving my all.
Right.
Showing up on time, being prepared, just trying to take it serious because if I want to give it my time, I want to be the best at it.
Yeah, and you always do that. Every time I ever work with him, even during the award shows, he's on time. He's never someone you got to say, well, where is Luke? Because Luke is on time. And do you think having the military background helped your punctuality?
Oh, definitely.
Professionalism?
Yeah. I mean, overall, the military is all about punctuality, showing up, and as a kind of leader in the military, I've done 22 years in the military.
Wow.
One of the things I tell my guys, the number one thing is being there on time because if you're not there, there's so many things. So getting there early, being prepared, and looking the part, whatever it may be. If you get those things knocked out, everything else will fall in place. I kind of feel.
Okay. So you are married, correct?
I am married.
And
yes.
you have 2 children?
3 children.
3 children. So ladies, so you can back off right there. He's married with 3 children.
3 children, yes. 2 boys and 1 little girl, yes.
Okay. So do you teach them about punctuality and professionalism to prepare them for their careers at an early age?
Yes. My boys are into sports. My oldest boy runs track, plays football. My daughter, she's into dance, and my other son, my youngest son, is into basketball.
Okay.
And he also runs track. So they're athletes, but again, I tell them that same kind of mindset. Show up on time, show up early, and if it's worth your time, give it the best you have. And yeah, that's definitely what I try to teach my kids. And my wife as well. My wife's a student. She's a nursing student, also a professor. She teaches medical assistant.
Okay.
So I want to teach my kids, my family, everybody just kind of have that mindset. If we're going to give it our time, give it your best.
So this gentleman also had an online radio show, and we will talk more about that right after this commercial break. Hey, 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 hey.
I know if you have a car, you have car insurance. But do you have life insurance or think you may be too old to get life insurance? If that is the case, call Patricia Parker, insurance specialist at 582-7440. That's 757-582-7440. Ladies, have you heard about the new nail salon on Portsmouth Boulevard called Glitter and Diamond Nails, located at 4208 Portsmouth Boulevard in Portsmouth, Virginia, where the price is right. Affordable manicures and pedicures. Call Rosie at 757-214-2331. That's Glitter and Diamond Nails. Welcome to the Crocus Spot, gourmet seafood and soul food restaurant located on West 35th Street in the city of Norfolk, Virginia, where our chefs are always whipping up the freshest, most delicious seafood and soul food in Norfolk, Virginia.
The food is absolutely amazing. And look at the portions. I'm going to have to take some of this home. Huge portions.
The food is absolutely amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
Everything is homemade with the freshest ingredients. Cornbread, yams, greens, and that great seafood. Share our ultimate feast with a friend. Every seafood you can imagine, all on one dish. And don't forget our cocktails.
I'm having a fabulous Long Island iced tea. And I'm having a walleye. You like it? It's delicious.
You're known for the best walleyes and Long Island iced teas in Virginia. And on Friday nights, catch our jazz band friends. And on Thursday, it's our Caribbean night. Yes, and if you tell a friend you saw this TV commercial, you'll get 10% off of your meal. That is at the Crocus Spot, West 35th Street, Norfolk, Virginia. Tell your server that you saw their commercial on Live with Jacoby and Nicole and receive a 10% discount on your meal. There's always a friendly staff member standing by.
Creative minds we get to express with deeper meaning and mystery. We are completely exposed but completely free to elaborate on our experiences, our journeys through lyric, instrument, ink, or lead, or any other endless possibility of expression. We get to unapologetically say or do what we want.
I think for educator, I think one of the best things that I can do is to keep spreading the love and education. So for all of us, we need to enlighten our kids, tell them the truth about history, and wake them up and not leave them in the dark.
It's much needed. It's much needed.
You deserve the red carpet treatment. Whether you're going from home to the boardroom or to an elegant red carpet event. Don't plan an event, plan an experience.
A&A Affinity, LLC. Call them today at 757-617-4066.
Did you know there is a brand new pharmacy located in the Churchland section of Chesapeake, Virginia? It's called Bidet Compounding Pharmacy, where they deliver.
Thank you, Dr. Kamini.
Thank you for coming today. You have a good day.
You too. You know, I was taking 20 pills a day, but thanks to the day, I only take 4 now.
Yeah, and the best part is they deliver.
Yes.
And they also compound your medications from 20 pills to 4. Yes, it's called medication therapy. Call Bidet Pharmacy and make an appointment to talk to the pharmacist. His name is Dr. Kame. He's very, very friendly. His number is 757-320-5141. Call Bidet Compounding Pharmacy. You'll be glad you did.
Hey, 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 hey. And we're back with a very classic man, the Dapper Luke production company owner. He is a CEO of his own company, his own radio talk show. He said it's off the air right now. But tell us the name of your show, and how did it come into existence?
So the Dapper Hour was a hour-long show that was on Famous Radio Live. So that was online radio, as you mentioned. And basically, Prince, who was in charge of Famous Radio Live, reached out to me through Patricia. She was hosting a show on there, and I wanted to get a show of my own. So from that, I had the Dapper Hour. And pretty much, like I said, it was an hour-long show every week. And we discussed fashion, style, upcoming events as far as fashion shows. I also traveled around, went to New York Fashion Week, Miami Fashion Week, LA Fashion Week. So I just wanted to kind of be a local voice here in Hampton Roads as far as fashion.
So you took your radio show there, or you did a Facebook Live and brought it to
Correct.
the station?
So pretty much,
great.
ultimately the show was done here in Hampton, Virginia. But like you said, we would kind of do on location. We would record, we would interview, and we would get information from the events live and then bring it back to the show.
That's great. Very creative. See, that's what you need to do. You need to diversify yourself. You need to take an inventory of your marketable talents and make money from that. That's called multiple streams of income. It's called multiple streams or multiple online outlets as well. So, one more time, tell them how they can find you if they want to book you for what are some of the marketable things that people can book you for?
Ultimately, if you want an amazing host, you want a stylist, you want to do anything as far as fashion, you can look me up, Dapper Luke, DAPPERLUQ. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and then always hit me up, any of those as far as platforms, or on my YouTube channel, Dapper Luke. And again, we do everything fashion, style, men, women.
And I met you again at Men's Fashion Week, and you were hosting that, and I was the official photographer for the first one. But, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check out this classic man, and I'm calling him that because the guy that made the song called I'm a Classic Man, he always wears suits, and he said the same thing that Luke did. So take it from Luke Haskett, or Lukeman Haskett, the Dapper Hour Classic Man. Look him up. Be on the lookout for this award-winning supermodel.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me on.
Hey, 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 hey. And we're back with the Hoggett twins. That'll be Julian and Juliet. Or Big Twin 1 and Big Twin 2. So, Julian, you have a store in Military Circle Mall, which is in Norfolk, Virginia, which is local, because our show reaches all of Virginia and all of North Carolina. So, this is your demographic. Right. And you have one in North Carolina, correct?
Right. Elizabeth City.
Elizabeth City. So, ladies and gentlemen, he is going to tell you what he does in that store. He just doesn't sell the clothes, but he makes them with his own sewing machine. So how long have you been sewing?
I've been sewing ever since 2012. 2012. Background in middle school, I started making clothes, like painting, like fabric paint, stuff like that. And then fast forward to college, I started making clothes for like the Greek fraternities.
Okay.
Then when I moved out of college, I got up here from Elizabeth City to Virginia. I started really getting into the fashion game. I learned off YouTube to sew. I didn't know how to sew.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, or whatever.
So that's a good tip right there. Make sure while you're watching social media, if you're not a real social worker, you should be figuring out a way to make money. So that was very bright of you. And also, so tell us, so you cut your own patterns, or do you use patterns? Or
what I do, I actually cut my own.
Okay.
I use like if I need an extra large shirt, I go to Walmart somewhere, cut it up, and get a 2X shirt, and then cut it from XL, because with sewing you have to have some type of allowance,
right,
or whatever. So yeah. So I cut the sleeves up, and then do my thing.
Okay, so guys, you remember I was just on the air with Lukeman. I met this gentleman through Lukeman. He had stopped by his store at Military Circle Mall and took a picture with him. And I called him. I was like, would you like to be on a fashion show with me? He was like, sure. Where's it going to be? Tell me, I'll be there. And he came through. He was on time. He was very professional. And we're going to work together again. So tell us about your brother and his role in the company. This is your brother, Big Twin number 2.
Little twin.
Little twin.
Yeah, little twin, big twin.
So tell us about
little twin. He just he's the enforcer.
And the marketing, correct?
And the marketing, yeah. He do a lot of background things in the background or whatever. And he help around the store like the manpower. So if I need help, you know, covering the store, he's definitely there.
Because he actually teaches me how to like do like not the sewing part, but like how to like do the digital things on the computer. And stuff like that. So and he has definitely taught me a lot about that. And I already told him like a week or two ago. I like, man, I need to go ahead and learn the sewing part too. Just in case you're not available, I can do it too. You know, for the customer. So that's coming to Fruitration as well.
So did y'all always collaborate growing up? Are
Yeah,
y'all
so
the
we do
only two
everything
children,
together.
or y'all have more?
We got an older sister.
Okay.
And we close to her too, but she stays in Greensboro.
I was telling you backstage that I have twin models. They're called Jamaican 1 and Jamaican 2 because they're from Jamaica. And they still, as adults, they hang out together. They go to dances together. They dress alike.
That's my dude, man. That's like,
real close. We so
that's my dude. You know what I mean?
Y'all were born right beside each other, right? You live beside each other, connected.
No question.
For 9 months. And it continued. So, what is the benefit? Have y'all ever like tricked a girl? I always ask all of the
when we were little, when we were smaller, like in elementary school, but like middle school, we started. You could tell us apart.
Yeah, you could tell us apart.
But elementary school,
that's when he started like really growing, getting like taller than me.
But if you see one at a time.
You see, like we be in the mall, like say for instance, like I be in the mall, right in the store in the mall, and somebody will walk past, be like, "What's up, Big Twin?" And I'm like, "Nah, it's not Big Twin." And they're like, "Ah, man, it's Little Twin." Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. But we won't really about them games.
Yeah.
We won't buy that. You know, we real, man. We like, man, we, you know, we.
Are you married as well? I know.
No, sir, I'm not married.
Okay. All right, so we're going to talk more about the business of fashion and about the excitement of being twins right after this commercial break. Hello, I'm Jacoby de Bouvier, the executive producer and host of Live with Jacoby and Nicole. Please join us as we host our weekly TV talk show. Tune in to Sky 4 TV each Sunday for a new episode of Live with Jacoby and Nicole. Hey, 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 hey. And we're back talking to the Hargett twins, who are business owners, business-minded. They both are college graduates, correct?
Yes, sir.
So do you think having a bachelor's and you already have your master's, correct?
Yes, sir.
In business?
In business, yes,
okay,
sir.
so how do you think that, when talk to the young people out there, how important do you think it is to have a degree today when people talk you out of going to college?
It's important to have a degree. I mean, to me, in my honest opinion, you can have a degree, but you can also utilize your other resources as well. But having a degree and having the connection that you get from your professor and your other colleagues, it actually like put you on another platform that you actually like move faster when it comes to like creating your business and actually being I say successful, you know. And like when we went to school for my sociology degree, you know, that's study society and people like that. It just kind of like put all this stuff in Fruitration with our business that we know how to like talk to people, to talk to people.
And you have more than one business.
Yes,
you were
sir.
telling me backstage about the different businesses
Yes,
and
sir.
entities that you have. So elaborate a little bit.
Well, we have our own nonprofit, which is the Man Camp Incorporated. We also have our own media company, which is 12 Cartel Entertainment LLC. So it's like
what do you do in those two businesses?
The nonprofit, the Man Camp Incorporated, is actually a nonprofit catered for at-risk minority males. Because see, I work at the juvenile detention center, and I see it every day that our males, especially minority black males, we need help.
Right.
They need help. They need positive black real male role models. Not even black male role models, but positive black role models, period, inside their home, outside in the community, to show them the right way, because we're losing our youth.
Correct. And they're losing their lives.
Yes, sir.
Their minds.
Yes, sir. And we have to do something about it. I just want to be that peace in the world, and my brother as well. We want to be that peace in the world that we can actually like help our community out for the best. That's all.
And the other business?
The 12 Cartel. Yeah, 12 Cartel. That's our entertainment company, and we actually are about to start doing podcasts through that company as well. And that's going to be catered to like hip hop artists, If we want a politician to come on the podcast, we can talk to the politicians. What are you going to do to help our community out? You know, it's just going to be a broad network of things that we're going to be doing.
Okay, that's great. I love the way that you guys are using your minds and your hands and everything that you have and working together as a family and a team. Right. Because my motto is teamwork makes the dream work. Right. Yes, so it's great to have your brother assisting you, whether he's designing or sweeping the floor or working the computer or sitting in where you go to lunch at your store. So you just opened a new store, correct?
Yep.
So tell us about that and where it's located.
It's called Concealed. It's in Elizabeth City, but we're catering to the vintage side of things, also the custom, but we also added the Greek side. So we catering to like fraternity and sororities out there because Elizabeth City is like a college town. You know what I mean? It's catered to where the nucleus is Elizabeth City State University.
Correct.
And I tapped into that market before I left and moved up Virginia.
So are you from North Carolina?
Yeah, I'm from North Carolina. Place called Plymouth, North Carolina.
Okay.
Shout out to P-Town.
My mom is from Gates County, North Carolina.
Oh yeah, okay.
Know about the good old country folks and that good fried chicken and chocolate cakes.
Yes.
Okay, so we're about to wrap this up. It was a pleasure having you here.
Thank you, man.
And much success in all that you do.
Hello, I'm Jacoby de Bouvier, the executive producer and host of Live with Jacoby and Nicole. Please join us as we host our weekly TV talk show. Tune in to Sky 4 TV each Sunday for a new episode of Live with Jacoby and Nicole.
You deserve the red carpet treatment. Whether you're going from home to the boardroom or to an elegant red carpet event. Don't plan an event, plan an experience.
ANA Affinity, LLC. Call them today.
And welcome back to the Jacoby de Bouvier Show. And we have a special guest in our studio today. She is an author who has a new book out and it's called
Where the Color Purple Grows.
Okay. I love authors because I published my first book in 2004. I'm always on the internet looking for authors to interview and for authors to come on to get a commercial to promote their book because it's important. I found her on a site called the Writer's Reservoir, which is a twin of the Muse Writing Center. We shot our very first show at the Muse Writing Center when we first started, so we have a kinship with them. So we have an author here. Her name is Shannon Corprew, and she's going to talk a little bit about her book and how she became an author. So tell us, what inspired you to write this book and to become an author in the first place?
So I've been writing since I was like 12 years old. I started writing poetry, and about a couple years ago, a colleague of mine who went to Hampton University with me was talking about wanting to get more queer voices out there, the LGBTQ community. So just having Black LGBTQ visibility, and I really wanted to be a part of that. So I wrote Collection 1 and he wrote Collection 2, and we released it back in June of 2018. And since then, you know, like just being like just inspiring people has been a direct result of it, and I've been really happy. And
So have you done your first book signing?
I have.
Okay, and where did you do that? And do you have any lined up?
I did my book release at the venue. It was actually a surprise.
At the venue?
Yeah, the venue on 35th Street.
Oh yeah, I go there a lot as well.
Yep. And I've done also done a book signing at the Book Exchange in Virginia Beach, and I'm actually going to be a part of Good Girl Chronicles Storytelling Night on November 8th, where I'll be sharing my story.
And where is that going to be?
That's going to be at Dave & Buster's, November 8th from 6:30 to 8:30.
Okay. So do you have a favorite chapter in the book or something from your book that you would like to read to the audience?
Yeah. So I have a really short piece called Lessons, and there's 3 of them.
Okay. Now remember, Book TV on cable, that's how I got the idea to bring more authors on. So are you ready?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. 1. Your truth is not a box. Stay out of others' construction of you. 2. There is practice and patience. One day you will appreciate the stillness. 3. True healing is knowing you are hurting for the last time.
Okay, it won't be so sporadic, and you'll be generating income. That's what I did. I just looked online and somebody was on tour. I was like, well, I called all the places that they went, and they said, well, send me a packet. They wanted a PR packet. They wanted a book. And with my particular publisher, anything that I was using for marketing, they would send me free books. Mm-hmm. So did you do this through Amazon, or did you have a publisher or distributor?
I did it through Amazon.
Oh, okay, so you don't have quite as much help, but you do own all of the rights to it. That's great, and you own all the publishing, so that's another great thing. Yeah. So they can find it on Amazon or where else?
Just Amazon, but I also carry copies. I'll send copies to people if they're not in the area.
Mm-hmm. Well, Amazon is international, so she is an internationally published author. Once again, put your hands together for this very intelligent, inspiring author, and her book is called Where the Color Purple Grows by Shannon Corprew. Shannon Corprew, the one and only. Thank you for being a part of our show, and we'll be reading your book.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Jacoby de Bouvier, the executive producer and host of Live with Jacoby and Nicole. Please join us as we host our weekly TV talk show. Tune in to Sky4 TV each Sunday for a new episode of Live with Jacoby and Nicole.
Hey, Compounding Pharmacy. You'll be glad you did.
Hey, 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 hey. Every time I walk through the door, I always say hello.
My name is Howard L., but I come to you tonight as America's stepdad. I'm on my third step family. Thank you, give it up for me. Very brave guy right there. Why you say? Because I guess I just like being tortured. I don't know. First step family was a little boy and a little girl, about 3 years old. Caught them humping each other, and I got scared and ran out of there. I was in my 20s. Wasn't no Dr. Phil back then. I didn't know what was going on. What do you do in your 20s? You run. The second family was 3 boys. It was fun. We knuckled up. We got in the mud. We got dirty. But me and mom just didn't work out, so I had to move on. Now the love of my life, she has 4 girls. And these 4 girls have taught me that the first 2 families was just practice. Girls are vicious, man. Had no idea. I mean, on the outside, they're angels. But behind closed doors, I'm scared. Somebody help me, Jesus. I'm like, I met the 15-year-old first, right? Met her at Chick-fil-A. She's eating waffle fries. Y'all like waffle fries? Yeah. That's the second best fries in the world. Well, third best. Funny Bone got some good fries. I was eating waffle fries, and she came up to me, all cute and everything, talking soft. Mr. Howard, can I have one of your waffle fries? I'm like, sure, you can have one of my waffle fries. She's like, I said, that was fight or flight. I almost, I'm like, whoa, hey. And the mama said, she likes fries. I'm like, you don't say.